Hi, talking with immigration lawyer Andy Semotiuk. Andy, we've had some questions a little bit about your background, your history, how you got into this game. Just tell people where you're from, where you're going.
Okay, I'm a member of the New York and California bars in the United States, and I'm also a member of some Canadian bars in Canada. So I do both US and Canadian immigration work, and I've been doing it for over 20 years. I have an office in Toronto, in Canada, and one in Los Angeles in the United States.
Excellent. People might be watching this video on your myworkvisa.com website right above the write-up about the U.S. Immigration Reform Program. Tell people about the program.
Okay, very basically, because of the congressional work that's being done to implement some sort of U.S. immigration reform, I thought it's a good idea for people who are unlawfully present in the United States to get organized at a very basic level. We don't know what the exact program will be, but we do know from past history and reforms and amnesties in the United States what generally they're going to expect. So I've developed a program to address the main probable things that were going to be required once some legislation may be passed in the United States.
Okay, what can people do? They should give you a call to talk about it, or how does it work?
Well, I'll just give a brief outline. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try and help people collect their facts together so they can talk about how they got to the United States and the position they're in. Collect some documents, all most relevant documents that they may have. And also, I'm going to do a quick review of their situation in the U.S. And also, because I'm Canadian, I'll throw in a Canadian review to see if they may be eligible for some immigration benefit right now, even before immigration laws pass, any reform laws pass. So that's it in a nutshell, what the program is about.
And this isn't actually that abnormal. I mean, this happens a lot, I know, with the labor market opinions, and people need to know whether or not their qualifications are acceptable, or if they have a language test that they need to pass, things like that.
Yes.
You can look into all that for them?
Yes. You know, there are some features that we know right away are going to come out. For example, criminal inadmissibility. If you have a DUI or something, that's going to be an issue. You're going to need to know how to speak English. So one of the issues is going to be, if you don't know how to speak English, maybe you got to sign up for an English course. Things of that nature, just basic, basic preparation for the day when something may come and we'll be able to apply for something for you.
Let's talk a little bit about maybe people would have a little bit of fear if they have done something maybe they shouldn't have, which is crossed into the country, whether it's Canada or the United States, illegally, and they're afraid to talk to somebody about it because they don't want to get caught. What do you have to say to that?
Okay, well, one of the benefits of talking to a U.S. immigration attorney is the client-attorney privilege, which is the client's privilege. So anything you tell an attorney like me about your immigration status is confidential. I'm required to keep it confidential and can never be used against you in any proceedings. That's one benefit of dealing with an attorney as opposed to, say, a notary or a consultant. So in that sense, there's nothing to fear in terms of disclosing your situation to a U.S. immigration attorney and preparing for a possible benefit under the revisions to the law in the United States.
Okay, so U.S. Immigration Reform, that's the program that you've got going on this website right now at myworkvisa.com. How do people get started?
Okay, well, basically they're going to retain me with an agreement that we sign. It's $300 to do the stuff that I've outlined previously here on this interview. And we're going to send out an intake form and some checklists that we're going to be using to work with the client in terms of getting their case all ready. And hopefully the client will be better prepared for any benefit that may come down. But even if not, if there's no benefit right away, maybe down in the future, still the preparation is worthwhile, and we'll take a quick look at the U.S. and Canadian possibilities for the client.
I know that it actually does make a big difference having your ducks in a row like what you're proposing to do, because this happens all the time. I know that even with the Canadian immigration law, with the skilled worker programs and things, when they announce that a certain occupation is now available, it fills up in a day, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's true in the U.S. as well. There are programs that are filling up. The H-1B program, for example, it's very difficult. April 1st is coming. That's the date when you can start filing for H-1B benefit for October. And so the same thing is kind of in play there as what I'm talking about here.
Just be prepared.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Andy. We'll talk to you again soon about immigration reform in the United States. In the meantime, you can, if you're watching this on myworkvisa.com, just click below and you can get the process started. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.